Okay, so this year for the 2023 draft order to decide it, we had big shoes to fill after last year's home run derby, which was a lot of fun. Shout out Uncle Tio. This year, the thing that was on topic that seemed to be the thing that was taking the world by storm, at least in the Express universe, was the immaculate grid or immaculate gridiron, whichever sport you were playing. So we wanted to try to incorporate that somehow into the fantasy football league, and so we decided that, since the consolation bracket winner automatically gets first shot at where they want to pick in next year's draft, we figured we would use that person, and that person is Tomka.
And to be clear though, Ryan, like the immaculate grid idea was a great one. I mean, we thought of it, so it has to
Some would say immaculate.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tomka. But it wasn't the original idea. The original idea was to use the grid, but to use the 9 squares for the 9 other people in the league and create stats around maybe express statistics, maybe fantasy statistics. But then as we started doing it, we realized that feelings were getting hurt, especially some people. We tried to look at championships won, touchdowns scored. So we went away from that.
Someone was always going to be left out. I mean, Kendall was always going to be last in whatever category we did. So even immaculate grid couldn't stop that.
We're going to do an immaculate grid of each of Kendall's 9 children. Again, though, feelings were getting hurt, and it's also hard to differentiate them. They're all Kendall the second.
Indeed. I think only Tab could do it, and Tab's not in the league anymore.
Alas.
Yeah, so that was the idea, guys. And so now I'm gonna pass it over to Tomka here to kind of give us an overall strategy of, kind of what his thought process was into picking the 27 different players that he did. Go ahead and take it away, Tomka.
Actually, I didn't want to make it too obvious, and I also didn't want to make it obscure. Obviously, some squares were a lot difficult than the others, namely the Rams and 49ers. Not a lot of players to choose from there. I wanted to include some old, some recent. I wanted to avoid the easy picks as Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. I wanted to include some namesakes. I want a lot of Brandons there, not for obvious reasons. For some reason, I completely missed on Darren McFadden, and Marcus was the first name that I popped up, and it was an easy choice because it's a popular name.
Wes Welker, Danny Amendola. People are saying that you looked into your own life and your own performance on the football field to pick players that replicated kind of your career out there. What were you thinking behind those picks?
I would like to plead the fifth on that comment.
Can you speak to maybe leaving off some of the quarterbacks here, like Jay Cutler, Jamarcus Russell, and John Elway?
Yeah, Jamarcus was a troll to leave him off because I can't relive his glory moments. Few and far between, but I'm
Fair
bitter
enough.
still. Jay Cutler, yeah, I didn't. There's some resentment there.
Yeah, just say it. Say what you feel about Jay Cutler. You're hiding something clearly.
There's some resentment. I always had faith in him. Like I always rooted for him, and he always let me down. So at this moment, I felt like it was payback.
Ed McCaffrey was one that I think people thought was obvious. He was a very popular player, a wide receiver for the Broncos.
Good one too.
Very good. Good genes. Son, he had a son who played for Michigan, quarterback, I think. So
I only had 3 names to pick, and so to make it, there was a tall bar to hop, and him and Bill were on my 4th spots.
Last couple of questions for you here. Did you think about it all? Because as I channeled my thought process of what you might be going through, Tomka, how much did you consider different positions, right? And so, like, I looked through your number ones here, We have a DB, a tight end, a quarterback, 3 receivers across the middle, a running back, 2 running backs, a middle linebacker. Did you think about positions at all and having a good spread of positions? Or how did that factor into your equation at all?
Yeah, I want obvious defensive players. There wasn't a lot of corners to choose from, but linebackers. Uh, I thought DB was a good spot to pick, but I wanted to avoid defensive and offensive linemen.
What do you have against defensive and offensive linemen?
I don't know
I feel like
anybody.
we may have an offensive lineman on this call and a couple of other linemen in the league. So I think the league would love to know what you hate about linemen and line play.
Just not obvious picks. Trenton for the Niners. I don't know if anybody would pick them. So
So when you think, when you think Claremont and number 62, it doesn't scream, center Nick Kennedy. You don't think that everybody would instantly know that?
But I was ready to name you actually Mr. Positions because of how diverse you are in the field, amongst other things. And I was going to call you Mr. Positions, and now you'll never get that because you left off a bunch of positions. And at the end of the day, it's the positions that matter.
I left off 2 positions.
Those are important positions. Some people only have 2 positions. Okay. And you left off some pretty important ones. So
I think Ariana Grande would agree.
how big of an honor was it to get invited to do this compared to when you beat me to win the consolation championship to become a people's champ? Which moment was more special? Can you explain?
I would say, since our rivalry has lasted a couple years, and when I won the championship a couple years ago was against you. So I would say beating you takes the cake, but this was a nice bonus.
You remember that, don't you?
I do.
That's nice.
So I have to grab the reins back on this meeting here. Sorry guys. We don't need to rehash. We don't need any tears, joy or sad.
Were there any coaching ones that could have gone in here? Just wondering.
Would it like a ball board count for Kyle Shanahan?
That could have worked. Coordinators maybe.
Josh Mickey D.
Throw like a little wrinkle and put Randy Moss with the Raiders 49ers.
We all know Randy is a Niner and a Raider.
Yep.
So think of him. Did you know he was a Titan also?
He was a Titan where wide receivers go to die. Like DeAndre Hopkins.
And Tonka, before we can let you go, we do have to take a look at today's immaculate grid and see if you can get one of these right. Have you already done today's immaculate grid? Okay, so I'm just going to read off the teams. You have to get one. Well, I'm not going to do the third one is Super Bowl champ. That's too easy. But I got Titans, Bills. Okay. And then we got Chiefs, Patriots, Giants. You have to match up a Titan or Bill with Chiefs, Patriots, Giants. And you have 10 seconds.
Right. Say the names.
Okay. I'll pause it.
Picture it. Yeah.
I'll pause it. I know I
Yeah.
caught you off guard. We'll start the clock over. Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Patriots, Giants. Need one.
Doing it in my head sucks.
It's okay. We'll edit this. Hey, we'll edit this one. Okay, we'll cut it up. We'll make it look like you got it.
Wait, let me just pull it up. Okay, let me just pull it up.
Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Pats, Giants. Ryan, do you have one maybe up top of your head?
Lawyer Milloy.
Wait, who?
Lawyer Milloy.
Wait, who is that?
The safety.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't he a Bill and a Patriot?
Okay, Tomka, Ryan got that instantly. He made up a name that was a real person. What are we doing?
You did it already, damn it.
Is that even right? I don't know. Let me see. Lawyer Milloy. He was a Patriot and a Bill. Yeah, he was. I was right.
Oh my gosh, Ryan was right. Ryan thought of that in 1 second, Tomka. Can we get?
How do you even know that name?
Well, you have to know that.
Okay, this is gonna be a new thing. Like after the fact, people who do and don't know Lawyer Milloy, I don't think he's like that abstract.
Lawyer Milloy. I didn't know who it was. Maybe you're saying his name wrong.
It's kind of a unique name. I mean, I have COVID, so maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Wait, did you say Lawyer Milloy or did you say Drew Bledsoe? I couldn't hear that right. It might be your COVID.
Easily mistakable. I roll my R's. I apologize.
Tomka, it's been 45 minutes. I hope you Googled the name. How's the chance? Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Patriots, Giants.
We got no names for that.
Yeah.
Just throw in a player that goes on Dre Bly.
Dre Bly? For which one?
Rich Hill.
Okay.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Fitzpatrick? Well, actually, no, because
It's the wrong teams.
this is like the one Fitzpatrick that doesn't work.
Off the top of my head, these are teams that I would not expect.
I gave one away earlier. I said a player who
Drew
survived.
Bledsoe.
Well, yes, but besides Drew Bledsoe, Tomka.
Lawyer
Wasn't that
Milloy.
picked?
Besides Lawyer Milloy.
Wasn't that picked?
Teams again?
Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Patriots, Giants. I need one name. Tomka, don't worry about this. We'll edit it, okay? So it's gonna look like you got it in one guess. But we're gonna need that one guess.
But the Zoom is gonna shut off in 5 minutes.
Okay. Ryan's had to pay for the premium Zoom.
Let's just go to Pro Football Focus.
You're Googling, Tomka. Your screen is up. You're Googling.
Why not? Anthony Fasano.
Oh my gosh. 4%. You did it. You did it, Tomka. Thank you so much.
You set a timer on this?
This is like the pleb version of Zoom. It only has like 45 minutes.
Tomka, if we didn't edit this, we would get 0 views. Okay.
10 seconds, more like 10 minutes. Is there a lot of cheating going on?
Everyone cheated.
Everyone cheated.
Oh, I mean, like, give me your answers.
Oh, who do you think?
Schumacher. Thank you for having me. It's fun. See ya.